little angels. Come in, come in. Come on, it's late. Come, be comfortable. All of you, come on. Everybody, come in, come in. There's seats over here, and there's a nice comfy couch here. Anybody want the rocking chair? It's big enough for two. Good. I see we have new people. Hi, new people. I'm really glad that you're here. I've been waiting for you. Thank you for giving my channel a chance. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. You can share it. Sharing is caring. And comments are amazing. I live for the comments, guys. I love them. And the reason I love them is that it makes us interact. It brings us together. I love knowing what you think. I love being able to reply back to you. And every time we interact with each other, we make this great big world a little bit smaller. And that's a good thing. So, and please hit that subscribe button, please. And I see you guys. Don't think I've forgotten you, my returning people. I love you guys, and I am so grateful every day for what you give to me, and that you always come back, and the support that you give me just warms my heart every day. And please keep those comments coming. I absolutely love them. You know that. Okay, guys, so I thought tonight I'd help you fall asleep. We haven't done a read to me video in a while, so I thought, okay. Now I will be explaining some things for the new people, just so they're prepared. That you can intermingle with the returning people. They'll tell you to. So the first thing that I want you guys to do is get your room ready for relaxation, wherever you are. And you can have any kind of lighting that you want, except for one. You can have a night light. You can have it fully bright. You can have all the lights on. You can have them all off. You can have any kind of electric light that you want. These are all electric candles. They're battery operated. Anything except lit candles. There are no lit candles, you guys. Not when you're trying to rest or relax, because you could fall asleep. And that's dangerous. And y'all are too important to me, okay, to take chances. So promise. Okay, I'm holding you to it. Good. Now, once you've got your lighting, and you know what? You new people, I don't choose these kind of books with any kind of illustrations. Sometimes I do, but not for this kind of story time. So you don't even have to look at your screen. You can put on a sleep mask if you want to. It's just fine. And I look down to read, so you're not missing anything, I promise, okay? All right. And then I want you to cover up if you want to, or whatever you're comfortable with. I know some of you are hot where you are right now. And be comfy, whether you're in a chair, a couch, a bed, a hammock, a chaise, lawn chairs, cushions on the floor, wherever you are, be comfy. Maybe you're listening to this as a passenger in the car. Whatever it is, okay? Be comfortable. Let your body melt into wherever you are. That's how you'll feel good. Let those muscles, think of them melting into it. And we're going to do our breathing exercises. And for you new people, we do this whenever we want to relax. And what we're doing is trying to send the message from our brain to the rest of our body that it is time to slow down and relax. And we do this by breathing in through our nose for a count of 4, gently holding it. None of this. Gently holding it for a count of 4, and then a slow release through pursed lips for a count of 4. If you can, guys, if you can only do 1 or 2, that's okay. Do what you can. I know you're doing your best, okay? So let's do them together. Breathe in. 3, 4. Gently hold it. And let it out. Great job. Let's do it again. Breathe in. Blue. Okay. And let's change these to blue as well. Let's see. No, that's not dark enough. How about that blue? That's pretty good, right? Here, I'll show you. Okay. But I can't read the page without this light, my ring light on. But I have put a pillowcase over it to try to filter it a bit. So, here we go. Let's open it up. Oh, we landed on one. Dinner with Kay. And these always start with a quote. And this one's by an author unknown. I know what I bring to the table, so trust me when I say I'm not afraid to eat alone. You know what, guys? I think we've read this one before. So let's try to find another one. I know I'm going to have to get a new book soon. We've read that one before, I know, yeah. Okay, here's one. A Lost Librarian. And the quote is by C.S. Lewis, one of my favorite authors. Do not dare not to dare. Do not dare not to dare. I love that. Okay, ready, guys? Okay. My simple life consisted of books, a sassy cat, and a glass of wine every evening on my patio. Occasional dinner with friends kept me from being a total shut-in. Was this to be my entire existence? A vague sense of unease had settled over me. It might be time to get out of my comfort zone, or risk never truly living. My mother used to say, you don't regret the things you did, you regret the ones you did not do. Honoring her philosophy, I would not let fear win. I realized that I couldn't remember the last time I had not done something just for me. I existed to help others. I volunteered at elementary schools. I conducted outreach programs for the library. Previously, I had volunteered at animal shelters and at senior centers. I often answered yes to outings with friends and family when I really just wanted to stay home and relax. I worried what people might think of me. I craved constant approval. Me too. Finally, I understood I was not responsible for everyone's happiness. I needed to set my own personal boundaries. No is just a word, and it was time for me to use it. I asked myself, where is the one place that I would go first? Greece popped into my mind. I grabbed my laptop and I began researching tours. A couple of keystrokes and glasses of wine later, and I had booked a mainland tour. In a few months, I would fly to Greece all by myself. The night before my big adventure, what-ifs crowded into my brain in the dark hours. All my family and friends were very impressed by my bravado. I would not wimp out now, I had to go. Suck it up, Buttercup, I exclaimed to myself. Off I went with my carry-on case. We flew across the Atlantic in the dead of night. A huge jet crammed full of vacationing families and senior citizens headed to cruise ship. This 56-year-old retired librarian had actually gone through with it. Holy crap, I'm 56. After a long, sleepless flight, I lurched off the plane into the steamy airport. Foreign languages blasted my ears as the jet lag hit me. But even that couldn't diminish my excitement. My Greek adventure beckoned. I spotted a driver holding a sign with my name on it. I pinched myself to make sure I wasn't dreaming. I was now one of those debonair women seen in airport posters, an international world traveler. The car sped through Athens in the blinding sunlight. Delicious smells, crowded sidewalks, and colorful graffiti swirled all around me. My head almost burst from sensory overload. Excitement vied with trepidation. I would meet the tour group the next night. Until then, I would be tried to learn Greek and agonized over the difficult language tapes. In the end, I mastered about 12 words. I fretted about offending the locals with my limited knowledge and my bad accent. I meandered through a sun-dappled market where I found a stall of colorful handmade scarves. I mumbled my new Greek phrases, worried I would offend the local women. Grateful smiles and kind encouragement met my attempts. My confidence grew as please and thank you and other phrases flew from my lips. Taking a chance, I turned down a narrow alley lined with flower-filled window boxes. I strolled by ancient, whitewashed walls and lounging street cats. After an hour, I realized I was lost. I was lost in downtown Athens. My trusty cell phone mapped my way back to the hotel. I felt empowered. I was nailing this traveling alone stuff. Later that evening, I rode the elevator to the hotel roof. My heart raced and my palms were sweaty. I was nervous about meeting my travel companions. I had no idea what to expect. I took deep breaths and I attempted to relax. Would I fit in? I was the first to arrive at our meeting place in the open-air bar. A spectacular view of the Acropolis caught my eye. I started to breathe a little easier. Our intrepid local guide, Vasia, welcomed me with a huge smile and a friendly greeting. I settled around the table with a sigh, a glass of crisp white wine, and a nighttime view of the classic city. This was life. As other tour members sauntered in, a realization dawned. I was not the only solo female traveler, but I was the only American. I hadn't known the tour group was run by an Australian company. There was one cheery couple from England, but the other 10 people were all Aussies. Their warmth and acceptance enveloped my grateful soul. Vasia made us each feel important, heard, and seen. This was her very first tour experience. She grew up in the Greek tourism industry, and she had traveled the world. She was a dynamo, and she wrangled with city cab drivers, demanded immediate service at local tavernas, and waltzed into our accommodations with calm authority. Her organized positivity kept us moving at a brisk pace. I turned 57 on that trip. Vasia remembered my birthday, and she made a special Greek sweetbread. We devoured a delicious meal at a local taverna, where she and the waiter sang a Greek version of Happy Birthday. The dynamic Aussies then sang their traditional birthday song loud and proud. I never had a better birthday. For the first time in so many years, it was all about me. The trip was a mile marker in my life, one of spectacular vistas, incredible food, and warm people. Greece stole a piece of my heart. I felt intense gratitude for Vasia, who always made me feel safe and nurtured. The Aussies rounded out their experience with their adventurous spirit and their upbeat, no-worries attitude. Traveling alone empowered me to become a brave new woman, one who walked through fear to find a greater sense of myself. I learned to focus on making time for me, for making me a priority. Now I confidently matter what. I am fueled with a sense of purpose and vigor. When self-doubt creeps back in, I look back and I remember that I climbed the slick marble stairs to the Acropolis. I hiked up thousands of precarious mountainside steps in the monasteries of Meteora. I got lost in Athens and I found my own way back. Traveling memories have become my meditation. They help me survive the chaotic and unsure world we currently live in during the pandemic. We cannot control the future, but we can grab our laptops and a glass of wine and start planning an adventure. We can only dream them for now, but one day, I promise you, the world opens up and I'll be waiting for you. That's by Laurie Shepard. What a wonderful writer. I see a lot of my little angels are already asleep.